here to tell you. I will say, the audience for our show last night was not nearly as excited as they are tonight.
I don't believe it. I watch you. I see it every night.
How are you? How's everything?
Everything's good.
So you're definitely not running for president? That's out?
Definitely. Where do I look into the camera?
Wherever. They're all over.
I am definitely not running for president. You know, you give a speech and then you sit down and you have surprisingly started to run for president.
That's when you know you made a good speech, when all of a sudden people translated into the presidency.
I thought that was...
You never imagined that that would be people's reaction, did you?
I couldn't even... I was just... You know that breath you take when you've done a thing and you have sort of stepped out of your box? And
yeah.
I just was, like, relieved. So Reese and I were walking off, and I went, oh, that's done. And I thought it was over. I was just, like, happy. Oh, now I'm going to have some tequila.
And then people started saying...
And then just backstage,
online,
people started saying
Oh, really?
stuff.
Even in person
backstage?
backstage?
Yeah, backstage. They said, you know, you're trending. And I went, about the speech? Really? So that was a surprise. And I was kind of first thrown by it. And... it's a humbling thing to have people think that you can run the country.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
It's a humbling thing. And so I'm the kind of person who tries to listen to signs. I think, well, am I supposed to run the country? I don't think so. I hadn't heard any, you know. So,
I feel like you already ran the country for about 15 years.
So, anyway.
I feel like Stedman made this into a much bigger situation, because he was interviewed and he said, Oprah will do whatever the people want.
Yes, and he said, and I said, why are you even talking, Stedman? Stedman, why are you talking? So this is Stedman's thing now. Stedman's like, I'll never go to another Golden Globes. I'll never go to another Golden Globes. I just was trying to support you at the Golden Globes. Next thing I know, you're running for president. But he says he heard the reporter say, would she make a good president?
I see.
That's what he says. And of course, he would never say I should run.
So he will not be your press secretary if you are... no, he's not going to be your...
Not for state representative.
Sarah Sanders.
No.
And then, I don't want to dwell on the presidency, but it must be, even for you, who you live a charmed and very unusual life, to find out that the president, after you appeared on 60 Minutes, has tweeted about you. And let's go through this tweet, if we may. This is... just watched a very insecure Oprah Winfrey, which is... Have you been insecure, like, any time in the last 35 years?
I'm trying to think about, have I ever?
Probably not.
I'm trying to think when that would be.
Well, he said, who at one point I knew very well, interview a panel of people on 60 Minutes. The questions were biased and slanted, the facts incorrect. Hope Oprah runs so she can be exposed and defeated, just like all of the others. How did you learn that this had happened?
Ava DuVernay,
the director of your
visionary director of Wrinkle in Time, had texted me in the morning and said, call me. Are you up? Call me.
Oh, so it was the whole... Because this happened, I think, like...
in the middle of the night or something, like midnight or something. I said, I go to bed early.
Okay.
So she said, call me when you get up. And I called, and she goes, are you aware? I go, what? What's going on? And she said, you know, check your feed. And I went, oh, no.
Did you ever think of tweeting something?
Not a second.
In response, no.
Not a second.
Yeah, it's not something you would do.
Not even...
Could I? Because I would have been up in the middle of the night going like this. Yeah.
No, really, you wouldn't have thought, would you?
Oh, yeah. In fact, I would love to have your password, so in case he ever does this again, I can take care of this, you know?
You don't win by meeting any kind of negativity head on.
We've already lost, though, in general.
No, you don't. You just have to say, well, I don't know what that was, but all right.
Yeah.
I wasn't in the room when he did that, so I don't know.
Do you feel you did know him very well? I mean, I know he'd been on your show a number of times.
I felt that, well, I will say this, that there was a time where I went to a lot of fights with Stedman, and he was always there. And actually, for Maya Angelou's, since Maya Angelou turned 60, so for her 60th, 65th, 70th, 75th, 80th, 85th birthdays, I always gave her huge parties. And the 80th birthday party was at Mar-a-Lago, and he was there.
Right.
And he was a part of that celebration.
Wow,
So,
Donald Trump and Maya Angelou in
yes,
the same
sitting
room together.
yes.
Dining
Yes.
on the same meat. That seems... Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. An evil wizard has trapped me inside this YouTube video. Click subscribe to help me escape.